Hello guys, welcome to my channel, Anita Crochets. My name is Anita. Today I'm going to be working this another version of the lunar skirt, not the skirt itself, but I'm thinking of working a dress. First of all, I'm working with Robin 100% acrylic. It is 4-ply and it is 50 grams. So I am going to be doubling my strands. And I'm going to be working with a 4.5mm hook. You will need a darning needle, a tape measure, and a pair of scissors, okay? So let's get started. So I'm going to make a knot and insert my hook into the loop. And here I am going to chain 8. Once you have 8, you are going to yarn over and insert your hook into the third chain stitch from the hook. And here we shall work 2 double crochets together. Now chain 3 and insert your hook into the very last stitch right here. You're going to skip 4 and insert your hook into the very last stitch. Work a single crochet, chain 2 and work 2 double crochets together. Just like that. So this is our first row, okay? Now here we are going to chain 4 and turn our work, yarn over, insert your hook into the very first stitch right there and work 2 double crochets together. You are going to skip 4. By 4 stitches I mean the single crochet here and the 3 chains that we worked right here for the gap. So those are 4. Now into the 5th stitch. Here chain 3 and into the 5th stitch you are going to work a single crochet and chain 2, work 2 double crochets, all in this very same 2 double crochets together, all in this very same stitch, just like that. So we have our second row. So I'm just going to repeat this once more and I'll let you guys work the rest on your own. So you chain 4, turn your work, work 2 double crochets together into the very first stitch, chain 3, skip 4, work 1 single crochet into the 5th stitch, chain 2 and then work 2 double crochets together into that very same stitch. So you see what we have, and that's it. So I'm going to let you guys work 2 more rows from here, then I'll meet you there to show you how to start working the increase for our cleavage. So once you have your 5 rows complete, just like I have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we are going to chain 4 and turn our work. And to work our very first increase into the very first stitch, we are going to work 2 double crochets together. And then we shall chain 3, work a single crochet into that very same stitch, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together once again in that very same stitch. So that means we are going to have 2 of these in this very same stitch. So this is more like an increase, okay? Now here chain 3 and go ahead, skip 4, work a single crochet into the very last stitch, chain 2 and work 2 double crochets together into that very same stitch to end your row. So I usually advise that once you work an increase, just make sure you work 2 normal rows after the increase so that you do not have like a rapid increase, because all we are looking for is a gradual increment, okay? So I'm going to work 2 normal rows, chain 4, turn your work, into the very first stitch you work 2 double crochets together, okay, and then you chain 3, skip 4, into this next stitch you work a single crochet and chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, all in this very same stitch, chain 3 and skip 4, into the very last stitch you work 1 single crochet, chain 2, 2 double crochets together to end your row. So now you see that I have 3 of these, and initially I had 2 of them. Now let's work our second normal row, that is chain 4, turn your work. Into the very first stitch you work 2 double crochets together, and then chain 3, skip 4. Into the next stitch you work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, chain 3, skip 4. Into the very last stitch you work a single crochet, chain 2, and then 2 double crochets together. So we have come to the end of our second row of normal, just a normal row without an increase whatsoever. So that means the next row is for an increase. Okay, so you are going to chain 4, 1 2 3 4, turn your work. Into the very first stitch here you work 2 double crochets together, chain 3, skip 4. Into the next stitch you work a single crochet, and chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, all in that very same stitch. Chain 3, skip 4. Into the next stitch you work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, all in this very same stitch. And to work our increase you chain 3, chain 3. Into that very same stitch you work a single crochet once again, chain 2, and 2 double crochets together, again in that very same stitch. So we have an increase. Okay, so I'm going to let you guys work the next 2 normal rows just like we did here. Okay, 2 normal rows, then I'll meet you on the next increase. So guys, I have finished working my 2 normal rows right here. I am going to chain 4. Now before I work the next increase, first of all, this is the increase that goes all the way to your breast, your cleavage, and here I need an increase that curves to the armpit. Okay, I need an increase right here that curves to the armpit, so that's why I am going to start working an increase on both sides. Okay, so for this I will work 2 half double crochets together into the very first stitch. So chain 3 and yarn over, chain 3, work a single crochet into that very same stitch, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together in the very same stitch. So we have our increase. Now chain 3, skip 4, work a single crochet, and then chain 2, work 2 double crochets together into the next stitch, chain 3, skip 4, work a single crochet into the next stitch, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, all in the next in the very same stitch. So to work our last increase we shall chain 3, skip 4, work a single crochet in the next, and then chain 2, work 2 double crochets together in the very same stitch, chain 3 again, work a single crochet in that very same stitch, and chain 2, work 2 double crochets together in that very same stitch. So we have an increase on both sides, and here I'm going to let you guys work 2 normal rows from this, and I'm going to meet you once you have both the 2 normal rows after this. Then I'll meet you on the next row to show you how to work the next increase. So I have my 2 normal rows right here, and now I am going to work an increase. So I'm going to chain 4, turn my work, work 2 double crochets together into the very first stitch, and then chain 3. Into this very same stitch I'll work a single crochet and chain 2, work 2 double crochets together once again in the very same stitch. So I'm going to let you guys work this part until you get here. That's why I'm going to meet you and show you how to work the increase as well. So to work the next increase, you will chain 3, and into the very last stitch you will work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, and once again you chain 3, work a single crochet in that very same stitch, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, all in that very same stitch. So if you're working for sizes small and medium, I prefer that you stop working increments right here. But if you're working for a size large, you can go ahead, work 2 normal rows and then work an increase once again, and that should be your last increase. Okay, that's if you're working for a size large. Or you can just use your tape measure and measure this width and see whether it can cover from midway your armpit to the center of your cleavage, like the middle of your in between your breasts. Okay, so you can measure the width that you have here and see whether it can cover that. If it cannot, you can just add one more two normal rows and then one more row of an increase. For those working for sizes small and medium, I prefer to stop here and you'll get your scissors and cut your yarn so that we can now work the back part. So before I work the back part, I just want to show you guys what I am trying to create for the back. I want my back to be so this is the kind of back I want. So that means the strap, this side of the strap will keep straight until I am able to make a curve. That's after my underbust all the way to the back while I head for my waist. Okay, and this curve will curve to the waist just slightly after my cleavage. Okay, my first cleavage increase, or after, I don't know, but this is what I'm trying to create for the back. So the front will be like this, to cross from there, and the back will be like that. All right, so to work my back, this is what I am going to do. I am going to get my yarn, and now I'm going to insert my hook into the 6th chain stitch of the 8 that started the foundation chains. Okay, there were 8, but 2 of them acted as a stitch right here, so this is the 6th. Now into it, I'm going to insert my hook and get my yarn, pull through yarn, work a chain. Okay, into this very same stitch I'll work a single crochet, and into the gap I'll work 4 single crochets, and there we have it, 4 of them. Now into the very last stitch right there, I will work 1 single crochet. So we have 6 single crochets in total. Now I'm going to chain 4 and turn my work. See, I am working on the opposite side of my foundation chains. Okay, so I'm going to chain 4 and turn my work. Into this very first stitch I'll work 2 double crochets together and chain 3, skip 4. Into the last stitch I will work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, all in this very same stitch. So now you guys already know how to work your normal rows, because these are just going to be normal rows, 1 2 3 4. Okay, so I'm going to have 4 chains, turn my work, work 2 double crochets together into the very first stitch, chain 3, skip 4. Into the last stitch I will work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together. So on my back I have 2 rows. Okay, 2 rows, but let's count the rows that we have before before we work turn increase for the armpit curve, because I told you this is the curve for the cleavage and this is the armpit curve. And what I am trying to do here is I am trying to keep this side straight and the armpit curve curving, just so it meets the front armpit curve, and then it can be attached, but this side has to remain straight, okay, for the back. Now I am going to work normal rows until I have gotten to the number of, I've gotten the same number of rows that I have for this side before I work the armpit curve. I hope you guys now understand me. So I have 11 rows before the armpit curve. That means I am going to let you guys work. We have already 2 rows, so I'm going to let you work 9 more rows, okay? Then I'll get back and show you how to work the next rows after the 9 rows, just normal 9 rows of just this, okay? So guys, I have my 11 rows complete, and this is how it's going to be when folded, okay? So I'm going to start working the increase for my armpit right here, okay? I have to work the increase on this side, so you guys should be very keen so you don't work increments on the wrong side, because it will make you have to repeat your work. So yeah, here I'm going to chain 4, 1 2 3 4, and turn your work 2 double crochets together into the very first stitch, chain 3, skip 4, into the next stitch you work a single crochet, chain 2. Now this is where we have to work an increase, so we are going to work two double crochets together, and then chain 3, into that very same stitch you work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together. I'm really confusing my stitches. Yes, so 2 double crochets together. Now this means we have an increase on this side, okay, which is exactly what I meant to have right here, keeping this side straight and this side with that increase for the armpit, okay? So now as you can see right here, we had an increase and then 2 normal rows, okay? No, is it me making a mistake? I did exactly what I was warning you guys about. This is the cleavage part, sorry. Yeah, this is the cleavage in curve. So that means I had to work an increase in this stitch. Yeah, so we had an increase right here and followed by 2 normal rows, and this is exactly it. If you see what we have, so we are going to work 2 normal rows, and I'm not going to work those 2 normal rows with you. I'm just going to let you guys work these 2 normal rows on your own and get back on the next increase. So guys, we are now going to work an increase, and I'm not going to work that row for you. So just chain 4, turn your work your stitches as you have to, and then work an increase right here, just like we did for the front piece, okay? And if you're working for sizes large, you know that you still have a few more rows to go all the way down to match your front piece, so just do that. Once you have all this complete, you are going to follow the very same steps to make your second piece, which shall be on your second breast. That's the left breast, and I'm going to meet you after you guys have both pieces and show you how to work the underbust, okay? So guys, I have my 2 pieces complete, and just to take you through, this is the back part, and this curves to the armpit, as you can see, and this is the front part. This is the armpit curve on this side, and this is the cleavage curve, okay? So I'm going to grab my piece and just turn the 2 over like that. I caught a little flu, so if my voice is a little hoarse, just bear with me. Now once you are here, you are going to chain 4 and turn your work. Basically there is nothing different from what we have been doing, but it's just the joining bit of it. So here you are going to chain 3 and skip 4, and in here you will work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, chain 3, skip 4, work a single crochet in here, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, chain 3, skip 4, work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together. So now, as you can see, I have to be joining this to this right here. So I'm going to chain 3, okay, and get this, work a single crochet into the first stitch, the first stitch on this side, on the armpit side of the front piece, okay, work a single crochet just like that, and then chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, chain 3, work a single crochet in there, and chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, so you see we join this bit with a chain 3, and so far this is how it looks like, and this is the armpit area, okay. So chain 3, skip 4, work a single crochet in there, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together. Now we are approaching the midway our cleavage, okay. So here we are, okay. Please make sure you don't confuse the two curves. Place everything rightly where it should be. So we have to join this to this, and to join it we shall chain 3, get right here into its very first stitch in the corner right there, work a single crochet, and then chain 2, yarn over, work 2 double crochets together like that, chain 3, skip 4, work a single crochet, chain 2, and work 2 double crochets together just like that. So this is why I didn't work an increase at the mid right here, okay, because now there would be like 4 of them, and this would give us a wider bust than what we are looking for. So you just continue with how the stitch has the stitch pattern has to flow until you get to the increase at the armpit that has to be attached to the back piece. Now we have to attach this to this, okay, which is our last piece. So we chain 3 and place our hook into the very first stitch right there, work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, and then chain 3, skip 4, chain 2, and work 2 double crochets together, chain 3, skip 4, work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, and do the same for the very last stitch. And there we have joined our front piece to the back for both the left and right breasts and arm. Okay, so literally we still have this straight thing going on at the back, okay. And now for the next rows, I am not going to work those with you. you are going to work 5 rows from here, just working normal, just you know, like getting along with the stitch pattern. Just chain 4, turn your work, work 2 double crochets together into the very first stitch, chain 3, skip 4, work a single crochet, and do that all the way until the end. Repeat that until you have a total of 5 rows. Yeah, that's where I'm going to meet you guys and then show you what to do next. So guys, as you can see, I have my 5 rows complete. From here you can count, it's 5 rows, and this is the back. You can see it is still straight. So I want to make a curve right here, just like I showed you in the picture I drew on my notebook. I'll turn my work, and I'm not going to show you everything, because whatever we have to do has already been done, so it's not any different. You are going to chain 4, and into this very first stitch you will work 2 double crochets together. So to work our increase, we shall chain 3, and in the very same stitch work a single crochet, and then chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, all in this very first stitch. Okay, so now from here you are going to continue with how the stitch pattern has to flow, just like that. So you will continue all the way on the other end of the left side right here, and also work an increase just like this. Okay, and from there, once you get here at the end of your row, that's where I'm going to meet you and then show you what to do next. So as you can see, I have worked an increase on both sides right there and right there. So like I said, whenever we work an increase, it is best we work 2 rows of just normal stitches, no increase whatsoever. So to do that, we shall chain 4, turn our work, and work 2 double crochets together into the very first stitch, chain 3, skip 4, work a single crochet into the next stitch, and then chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, and you will do that repeatedly all the way until you get to the end. Okay, until you get to the end right here. Okay, so even here you will chain 4, turn your work, do the very same thing for your second row, and I'm going to meet you on the next row. Okay, so guys, as you can see, I have finished working my 2 rows of just normal my 2 normal rows. So I'll come to the end of my row, and I have an increase right there, while I have an increase at the start as well. So you will have to work an increase at the beginning and at the end of your project. So once here, we are going to chain 4, turn our work, and we are going to work 2 normal rows, just like we did initially right here. So we work 2 normal rows here. Now I'm going to meet you on the row after the 2 normal rows, and then show you what to do and how to now just continue with your dress and pattern all the way down. So as you can see, I've finished working my 2 normal rows, and here is where I want to join my work. Because right here I am going to chain 3 and then work a slip stitch into the chain 4, the 3rd chain stitch of the chain 4 that started the row right there, just like that. So in cases where one is very small, at the upper body is small and the lower body is like literally huge, you can just chain like 9. So chaining 9 will give us another this, because from here you will chain when you're working the next row and you are here, you will have worked your 2 double crochets together into this stitch, and now you will chain 3 and skip 4. That means into the 5th stitch of the 9 chain stitches, you'll work a single crochet and then work 2 double crochets together. Now from there you will chain 3 and then skip the 4 and work your single crochet in here. Okay, so that's it. You can just make sure you work nine chains right here. So here you will work a slip stitch into the next 2 stitches. Okay, right there. So here you will chain 4 and turn your work into this very same stitch right there. You'll work 2 double crochets together. Okay, now we have finished joining our work, and what we are trying to do is working the body of the dress. So here you will chain 3 and skip 4, work your single crochet, chain 2, work your 2 double crochets together, chain 3, skip 4, work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets together, and continue with this until you get right here. Then chain 3 and work a slip stitch into the 3rd chain stitch of the 4 that started the row. Okay, so once you have done that, still you'll just do the very same thing, work 2 slip stitches, then chain 4, turn your work all the way like this. So clearly there is nothing different that is going to be worked apart from you guys now working all the way down until you have the length of the dress you desire. Okay, that's where I'll meet you guys. So I have finished working my lower body of the dress. Okay, but just to take you through what I did at the bottom, nothing very serious. After my very last row, I just worked a chain 1, then worked a single crochet, and then chained 4, skipped 4 and worked my single crochet into the 5th stitch, chain 4, skip 4, work a single crochet in there. Okay, so that's how I ended my row or my dress. I have done this for the skirt of this very same pattern, so if you're confused about it, you can check out what I did in the skirt tutorial, because I showed you all how to do this. So it's very easy, there is no mathematics about it, but I just want to make a few corrections. Okay, so at the back right here, I later went back and just made sure I had 1 increase. Okay, because remember in the tutorial we worked 2 increases, increments, and those 2 increments are for people working for size medium. If you're working for size small, you will just need 1 increment and then 2 normal rows, then you join the 2, then start working the lower body of the dress. Okay, so the 2 increments are better for sizes medium and sizes large. If you're working for sizes large, also the correction I need to give you guys, the correction I want to give guys who are working for a size large is instead of working 2 normal rows after an increase, please just work 1 normal row, because I figured already the length we have from here up to here is long enough to like give you a deep V cleavage, and that deep V may not work for people who are working for sizes large or people with a larger bust. Okay, so clearly what I suggest is for me, I have a lace up, like I'm going to have a lace up here, but if you're working for sizes large, it is better you have 1 row of an increase and then 1 normal row, then a row of an increase, so that the increase is super fast and you have that large coverage that you need for your breast as you go all the way down. Okay, so that's the only correction I needed to share with you guys, just so you can like come out with something perfect. So I'm going to share with you how to work the edge, because you can see I worked my edge already, and I did a C to C stitch right here. So that's what we are going to do on all sides for our edge of the upper piece. So first of all, you're going to get your yarn and just find any point where you feel like you're confident to start. Insert your hook right there. Just make sure it's either the base of a double crochet or the top of a double crochet. So right there, okay? And I'm going to attach my yarn just like that. Chain 2. Chain 1. Work a single crochet. And then chain 2. In this very same stitch, I will work 2 double crochets. And now you see that our double crochet post right here, or the chain 4, stops here. So that's why we should insert our hook and work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets, get to the base of this double crochet post, and in there you work a single crochet, chain 2, work a double crochet, work 2 double crochets, and then right here you will see and get into that, chain 2, single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets, get to the bottom right there, do the very same thing, work a single crochet, then chain 2, work 2 double crochets. So clearly this is it, yeah? And you will get right to the bottom of this other peak. Just make sure you're working this for every double crochet post, okay? So you are going to do this until you get right here, deep where your cleavage is. That's why I'm going to meet you guys and show you how to work around this corner, okay? And then we can go all the way up to the other sleeve. So I've gotten to the bottom right here and as you can see right here we have this chain 3 that we worked when starting to join these, and I cannot work up to here because it will be super close to this, so I am going to just cross over to this side just like this into this double crochet post right there. I hope you guys can see that is after the post that worked this chain 3, and there I am going to work a single crochet and then chain 2, work 2 double crochets, no. Okay, so we have this chain 3, and if we just cross over to here, we are going to have this kind of fold at the front, okay, which is not intentional. So what we are going to do is we are going to chain 2 and then cross over to the double crochet post right here, not this one that worked the chain 3, but instead the base of that, okay? So we work a single crochet in there and then chain 2, work 2 double crochets all in this very same stitch, and then the base of that double crochet post, that's why we work our single crochet, and chain 2, work your double crochets, so clearly that's what we have, okay? We have that, and we are going now all the way up. Okay, we are now stitching it all the way up here. So I'm going to let you guys go up here, up your arm, and that's where I'm going to meet you right here and show you what to do. So I am up here and going to turn my work to the back part. And now I have to crochet going down, okay, and all the way right here and go all the way up to here where I started. So it's not any different, and I'm not going to work this part with you guys. You are going to work this on your own until you get to this right here. That's where I'm going to meet you and then show you how to maneuver. So let me get you guys once you are down at the back, like down the slope of the back. That's where I'll meet you guys and then show you what to do. Remember, I am going to have a drawstring at the back. So also a lace up at the front, just to give this dress some sort of like pop or new touch, or just something additional so it looks just the way we want it, like perfect. Yes, so let me meet you guys there and then show you what to do next. So I am down at the back. And so far this is what I have, okay? So yeah, I've worked my single crochet into this post, and now I'm just going to work 3 chains and cross over to the base of this post right here, because now this is what had this and I have to be working in here. So right there I work my single crochet. I had to chain 2 actually, chain 2 and then work a single crochet, chain 2, work 2 double crochets into this very same stitch. And then now you are going to go on with this very same pattern until you reach the top where we started from, and work a slip stitch into the very first stitch that started on the edges. So that's where I'm going to meet you guys and show you what to do next. So once here where we started from, you are going to insert your hook into the single crochet stitch that started the row. Cut your yarn and then weave in your ends. So guys, you are going to go to the arms and do the very same thing. I already worked the edge of my arms, okay, all the way down the armpit and all the way up the sleeve, okay, and do the very same thing this side because I already worked this side as well. So from here we are going to get our yarn, make a knot, and this is to work the drawstring that has to go at the back of our dress. So you'll just make a knot and chain, work as many chains as possible. I'm just going to get back and show you how to like fix it through here, through the back, through the V at the back, and have that drawstring at the back that I am looking for. So first of all, you are going to look out for up here. So you see where we worked the increase, our first increase for the piece that goes to the back. Oh, no. our first increase for the side of the armpit right there into that line. That's where we are going to start to have our drawstring. Okay, so we shall get in. Remember, we are passing our drawstring beneath the stitch that we worked for our edge. Okay, so I'm now going to get into this. So literally our drawstring is passing beneath the last stitch of the edge, in between the stitch we worked for the edge and the stitches at the edge. Okay, so right there you just keep going in and out. In and out. So you can see that we are right here, so we just go in. This is the dip of our back. So once we go in, we come out through this, we go in, sorry, through that and come out right there. So even for this, we are going to go all the way up to the stitch where we have our first increase for the armpit at the back. It is right here, so we get in and we get out. Yeah, this is how our drawstring at the back is going to be. It's going to draw this together and draw the whole entire dress together. You'll just see that on the dummy. It may not like look as perfect as it should be right here, but now once I put it on the dummy, you'll get what I was like talking about. If you have seen some of the dresses I have made, you know about this. Oh my god, I don't know. When I was starting to work this dress, I had doubts of whether it would turn out perfect, and I still have doubts on whether you guys will love it. Let me get this to the dummy and see how it looked.